This is Sri Lanka, a place of absolute abundance where life is thriving all around us. So many different regions, so many different medicinal plants, so much nutrition, so much for our life experience. But making it all possible is this very, very small little creature, the Apis cerana indica. The bee that is mostly found in this Indian subcontinent has a range of about 500 to 600 meters and does all the hard work to make this amazing honey Sri Lanka has to offer. In the next few videos, which is kind of a mixed up series, we bring in the voices and the opinions and ideas of experts, of farmers, and also show you the various elements that makes up the Sri Lankan bee honey story. And I invite you to be a part of this story, learn about it and understand where Sri Lankan bee honey is and our efforts as good folks to take it to the next level and bring it to the world. Welcome to the field. We are with good folks and the lovely people from Badulla and some of my friends. What we're trying to do here is bring out the bee honey story to you as it happens in Sri Lanka in its natural environment. And to that I am supported by Danushka, who is an environmentalist and also a very experienced guy when it comes to agriculture and sustainability. And he's also the winner of Dilma Ecovation. He's also the winner of Dilma Ecovation Award. And joining Danushka alongside me is Mr. Chandana, who is the owner of this beautiful property here in Badulla. And let's get straight into it. Danushka, where is the bee honey industry in Sri Lanka right now compared to the rest of the world?
When we considering the world scenario in Sri Lanka, it's more or less the same with the tea industry. We are producing but low amount, but it's high quality.
So when you say low quantity, why is the quantity low? What are the reasons why our quantity is low?
The major reason for that one is we have low skilled workers. We have shortage of skilled beekeepers.
Okay. So the main reason that Sri Lanka's bee honey industry is struggling to grow is the lack of skilled beekeepers, and Chandana is considered as a skilled beekeeper. And you were saying that it takes up to 5 years to train a skilled beekeeper. Yes. And so once a beekeeper is trained and has those skills, he can then transfer that knowledge to others like this gentleman over here, who will be, hopefully taking this forward. You also mentioned before this, we started this discussion about that we only collect 15% of the pollen. Can you explain?
Yes, actually at the moment we are harnessing 15% of the available pollens and nectar. So rest of the natural resource is getting wasted.
Right. Okay.
So we have huge potential to harness those things in a sustainable way. We need a lot of young guys to and the marginalized communities
yes,
continue this industry.
So actually Goodfolks has a vision to include as many women and marginalized communities into this beekeeping program so that balance 85% which is currently going waste can be converted into value which will benefit the rural communities. Yeah. Now one of the biggest questions that keep coming up whenever you say about bee honey is it organic?
Yes, that's a good question. Actually bee honey is organic and the problem is the getting contaminated. So when in some parts of the countries, monocultures, so they are spraying a lot of pesticides, insecticides and a lot of agrochemicals. So in Sri Lanka, we are having the Candian home gardening method. If you see around here, we are in a tea field, but you can see coffee there. Yes, yeah. Lot of diversity. Right?
And actually just behind this, the tree line here is a large kind of like a valley with full of medicine plants, and Chandana's bees basically go make the trip down there and bring in added pollen.
Yes.
And this entire environment is natural, which is why we promote natural farming over supposed organic farming,
Yes.
because this is a classic example of how farming can happen with intercrops and using the climate and the weather to the best effect, and to maintain a very good quality bee honey which doesn't have contamination.
Yes, yes. Remember the name, Candian home gardening method. So we are getting the non-contaminated bee honey. Bee honey.
But it is difficult for I think for Sri Lanka to I suppose, to demonstrate that we are organic because of the requirements of the certification process.
Yes.
But if you really come down here and you look around here and where the bee honey comes from, this is as organic as it gets.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.